there's one experience that I had that the other team members really kind of laugh at me about this, but it's interesting when people ask me about my trip to Bolivia and what I experienced there. This story keeps popping up in my head almost before anything else, and so I tell it. And it's a funny story, but a good story. About our first day in Bolivia, we were in Santa Cruz, and we had a little bit of time. It was a layover day, basically, and so we were walking around downtown, around the square, and just looking at the sights and kind of taking it all in, the sights, the smells, the sounds. And we came across a street vendor, a little old man, standing on the street selling blankets. And I wasn't as interested about his blankets as I was about his charango that he had around his back, which a charango is a small, very much a South American Spanish stringed instrument, similar to a ukulele maybe. And I wanted to get one, so I was curious if he was selling it. So I went to him and as well as I could in my very limited Spanish, I asked him if he was selling his charango and for how much. He immediately started to show me his blankets, and I looked at them for a moment. He immediately started showing me his blankets, and we didn't have room in our suitcases, even for anything really much like a blanket, because we were still full of all the things that we were taking with us to do our workshops and the things we were going to be doing with the people in Bermejo, where we were finally going to end up. So I said to this man, I think I said to him, I didn't have a translator at the time, I tried to tell him we'll be back in 2 weeks and I would like to buy something from you then. And then we as a team continued on our way, and I turned around not too many minutes later, and this little old man had bundled up all of his blankets and all of his things and was following us down the sidewalk. And he would stay quite a distance behind, but it was quite obvious he was following us. And even a couple of times when I would turn around to see if he was still there, he would quickly turn away as if to just be looking at the storefront and be inconspicuous. But sure enough, it didn't take long, and we went into a store, came back out, and there he was right in front of us, and immediately showed me his blankets again. And I said, no, 2 weeks. I'll come back in 2 weeks, and I'll get something from you then. And then he followed us, and he was serenading us on his charango, and he was singing to us, and he was really working hard for this sale. I joke that he would really put a lot of car salesmen in Canada to shame with the diligence that he showed. And so finally some of the other team members said, Donovan, just turn around, give him some time, buy something from this man, won't you please? And so I did.